Hi there, this is Jordan. Welcome to my second presentation on UN SDGs. Today, we'll be taking a look at UN SDG 6 specifically regarding clean water in Pakistan. So, first, let's go over what UN SDG 6 is. This is directly from the UN website, and the quote is to ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. And I thought it'd be good to just give a little background information on the total amount of water actually on Earth. So, out of the total amount of water, 97% is from oceans, and that's saline water, salt water. Obviously, you can't drink that unless you go through a very long and complicated process of desalinating the water. It's very expensive to do that, and a lot of countries don't have the resources available, and even some states don't have the resources available to desalinate the ocean water on the coast. So that leaves you with 3%. 68% of that 3% comes from ice caps and glaciers, and a lot of that's trapped in the poles. 30% of that's groundwater. It's easier to obtain, but also it's still a very expensive process. So that leaves us with other 0.9%. And then surface water, 0.3% of fresh water is surface water, meaning it comes from lakes, swamps, and rivers. So we're dealing with a very minute amount of actual readily available fresh water that is readily available for citizens to use. So, looking at SDG 6 in Pakistan, if you look at it, only about 50% of their total population, which is about 226 million, somewhere around there, have access to clean and reliable water. This is due to the fact that Pakistan is currently a developing nation, still developing its infrastructure for water and sanitation. And then also, I thought we'd look at the availability of fresh water over time in Pakistan, and you see it's a pretty drastic decline. The graph, I believe, starts at 1967 and goes until 2022. And now the reasons for this decline in the availability of fresh water, climate change is probably the biggest one. You have desertification in Pakistan. There's deserts in that region. The changing weather obviously can affect it because rainfall has been so different in Pakistan. And then obviously over usage and lack of maintaining those water sources can also have a fact to do with it. So, also looking at water access inequality in Pakistan, only about 56% of urban areas have access to clean water. But if you look at the rural areas as well, only 46.9% have access to clean and safe water throughout Pakistan. And then when you compare this to the United States, 97.47% of the United States has access to clean and safe water. Obviously, in the US, it's a very large country. If you look at it by region, there's obviously going to be areas in the US that have less access to water than others. Urban areas in the United States, though, pretty reliable compared to, if you look at Pakistan, though, 56.8% only have access to clean water. So, what do we do about it? I made a little mind map for it. So, using artificial intelligence specifically, you can have better ways to track water and find ways to use water in a sustainable way. Artificial intelligence can also be used to find areas in Pakistan lacking infrastructure for clean water to better help those areas out. And then also using IoT, Internet of Things, you can better have water and sanitation management systems using all those sensors. And obviously, you need 5G to maintain all these systems because it takes a lot to figure out how to maintain water for a country of over 200 million people. And then I didn't have this on the map, but actually, you can use IoT to use for, if you go to the first slide, it has the 97% of ocean water. You could use IoT to hypothetically help make those desalination plants and make ocean water safe for the population. All right, that's my works cited. Thank you for listening.